Hey guys, it's
Tick.
and Tack, and welcome back to Tomb Raider 1500, where we just found out that TikTok's
Totally banned.
Yeah,
We're
it's
not
not.
allowed to even look at it anymore.
even though it's only
Even
for
though
us,
it's supposed to be banned in like another 3 hours.
yeah, it's only like 8:49 for us, and I know we're like Mountain Time, but like we're not.
We are. Mountain Time is an hour ahead of. An hour ahead of Eastern Standard.
Yeah, and
So it should be 1 in the morning when it gets banned.
yeah, but it got banned like way earlier.
Yeah, it got banned at 9 o'clock.
Very sad. And now we'll never get to see the butthole.
I know!
It's
I
very
mean,
sad.
you can just.
You can, but it was a funny.
That's not the point.
This girl was doing her like, oh, end of TikTok, let me share new dream.
Yeah, but she's promoting her one.
Yeah, so,
Which is like only $15, which honestly is
but the point is it's like
That's
it
not the
was
point.
just funny seeing that kind of content.
Seeing
on
that
TikTok.
specifically on TikTok.
Yeah, which was but she
Bam,
promised,
finally.
a booty hole picture at the end.
Well, we didn't even get that.
We didn't get that.
It was covered up.
Yeah, we got like a thong or something, which is totally different.
Yeah, it's not the same thing at all.
She did take her top off though.
She did.
But that video only lasted like 5 minutes before it disappeared. So.
This is what 2 24-year-old guys sound like sometimes.
This is true. You know, somebody's got to do it.
There's this chick I followed on TikTok. She's all like, hi, my name is Jay, and I'm on a men's sports team for reasons that make sense. And she's super light, and it's like a rowing competition.
Okay.
So like it doesn't make sense. You want the person to be like, she like leads the team while they're rowing. She doesn't do any of the physical activity, right?
Okay.
It does make sense. But anyways, she's all like, she had a whole series going on where she was like reciting stuff that she heard from her teammates in the locker room,
Okay.
which is always stuff like, I'm gonna shit in your pants, or stuff like that, you know? Like, she's like, I've never heard my teammates say any like rude or horrendous shit like
About
ever in the locker room. Like, locker room talk is not a thing I've ever experienced with these guys. And it's always some fucking dumb shit like that. It's great.
That sounds about right.
I love that series so much. I'm gonna have to go find her on like Instagram or something so I can follow her and see if she uploads stuff on me.
God, double that! Save the game, Brady, quickly!
I'm an unstoppable god!
God! Yay! Victory jump.
Hell yeah. Oh, and I moved forward a little bit.
did. Oh, that's funny. God, that's the dumbest boss fight.
Oh.
That was so bad.
I swear to God, that was harder than the fucking guy who literally couldn't be killed in the last game.
True.
No? This isn't where I put that? Okay.
Wait, didn't you used to watch YouTube Shorts all the time until you got your new phone?
Because I didn't have space on my phone for TikTok.
Yeah. 'cause-
Not because I wanted to.
Yeah, because you had YouTube.
YouTube Shorts, like, freaking bottom tier, dude. They're not even, like, E tier, alright?
Yeah,
They're
rough.
they don't even touch a mid on how good they are. So, you know, and also you find a lot more hot women selling their nudes online on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
Promoting their like OnlyFans and their spicy
Instagrams and
Twitters
stuff. Yeah. Which, like, obviously. So, you know.
But freaking Shorts is like super censored, super sad.
Yeah, it's like the best you'll find on Shorts is just a woman's face. Like, that's it. That's about as racy as it gets on there.
You saw a woman,
Yeah, you saw a woman. Feel lucky. Like, kind of energy, you know?
but she was a dog. You saw.
Yeah.
saw a
Like, they
female
always have
dog.
shitty fucking filters on, too. Like, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the most nudity you see is from normal shit,
Be happy, you plebeian.
basically. Like, it's really sad.
Oh, what a world. We live in a society. You ever think you can be a pro gamer? You want to be a pro TikToker?
No.
Coward.
I do want to get USB stick.
Do it. Also, a little slightly
Slightly.
yeah, from that one. I was seeing a lot of videos on TikTok about people being like, oh, well, I finally did it, guys. I finally quit my job. I'm gonna do TikTok full time now.
Yeah.
I told my boss to shove it. This was great. I'm super excited to be here.
Well,
I saw a whole bunch of those.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Dude.
It's so funny. Ooh, somebody compared money making on TikTok compared to the Instagram. Because they have an Instagram Shorts thing or whatever, or Reels, I guess you would call it.
Yeah,
But,
reels suck, by the way.
But anyways, they have that one.
I'm glad you're on my side.
Yeah, so they have that money, and then they have TikTok, right?
Yeah.
So on their Instagram one for a month, they made $408 on it, which is great. But they had 13.5 million views on that video, or on the whole month, the whole month. And then they compared it to their TikTok, which only had I want to say it was 100 and something thousand views or something, and they had made $300, and so they were like, if I got that many views on TikTok, I would have earned $7,500
Yeah.
versus the $400 you got from Instagram. And he was also like, once the TikTok ban started rolling out, Instagram decreased its payout. It's straight up, in the last few months, they lowered the amount of money they gave to creators because they knew, or Meta knew, that they were going to get TikTok banned, thus the competition was going to go away. So they didn't have to pay their creators anymore, anywhere near competitive money, because there's no competition. The only competition is Shorts.
Fucking hate
Dude, the Zuck
Stupid
fucking...
music, man.
Dude, he freaking cucked TikTok so bad.
Yeah. And hopefully it comes back. I mean,
I think it was he put in over $1 million or some crazy amount of money lobbying for this ban.
yeah, because they wouldn't sell to him, which is so scummy.
Well, of course. Well, yeah, that's how Meta functions now. Is
I
they
know.
just steal other companies.
It's just so sad. I'm still gonna buy the Quest 3, but it's still sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I'm not gonna give that up, but also, fuck you, Zuck, man. If I can, I'm gonna buy it. Ooh, I should look at eBay. See if I can't find any
Yeah, right.
because that's where it's at.
Yeah, it really is. You get way better deals on it.
Get a better deal, but then also I'm not giving my money to Zuckerberg.
Yeah, you're giving it to somebody else.
I'm giving it to somebody else who may or may not need it, which is what I want.
Let's see. Oh yeah. $7.6 million this year is how much Meta spent lobbying. So not necessarily all for TikTok, but you can pretty much get some to go away. But that's a lot of money.
So, you obviously know a little bit more than I do about this.
Oh yeah.
What else? It was wrapped up in a different law.
Yeah.
What was that other law about?
I don't remember, but it was something that needed to be passed, and that's why Biden signed off on it, because the law that it was attached to or mixed in with, actually was important. Now, let's see. What was the bill? Paired. Let's see. I don't know. Switch work tool. But it was something else, and that's why they signed off on it. But I really like the whole idea of laws and stuff, because something that somebody brought up was that laws that affect the people who vote on the laws, like the Congress members and stuff, laws that directly affect those people should not like be voted on by them.
Yeah, no.
Basically, being like if you try to pass a law, or then like what was it? A law tried to get passed where Congress people can't they can't buy stocks in like companies that they have any oversight on or anything like that.
Yeah, because it's called insider trading.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is illegal, and everybody does it.
Yeah, but so like basically they're not allowed to buy, or even just in general buy stocks. But obviously those people have to vote on that law.
Yeah.
And obviously they're not going to vote to cuck themselves.
Yeah.
So they're just going to accept, to like be like no, and then the law goes away because it was voted on by the representatives and
Of the people it affects primarily.
Yeah, and so
But
so
they
basically,
don't have a problem passing totally bullshit laws that fuck over everybody else.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing is they wouldn't vote to make themselves make less money.
Yeah.
And that's why they voted on the law that gave them all a raise. And so they all make more money now than they used to because they were like, we deserve it or whatever. But so like they shouldn't be able to vote on laws like that. That should be like a kind of like how when you ever do like a president thing, where during an election, you have the people actually send in their votes.
Yeah.
That should be
Which also don't matter.
They don't. But in this case, those should be the direct deciding factors, where it's like they just count all 350 million people's votes, or however many people put in their vote for this matter, to like say make it so that they don't get as much money. That number should be the one that's counted, and that the Congress people shouldn't even have a vote.
Yeah, for
because it directly affects them, and obviously they're greedy. So why would they vote against money?
It's
for
like
themselves.
a topic I've been meaning to bring up with Connor's billionaires shouldn't exist, because I want to hear what he has to say about it.
Yeah,
But like they shouldn't. Billionaires shouldn't exist.
it's true.
And like everybody's like, no, talking about how like that level of wealth hoarding is bad for the economy, which it is.
It's very bad.
And also like they're like, no, that just de-incentivizes people from making money.
No,
It doesn't. My main thing about that is, no, it doesn't. Freaking, you can be a wealthy person and like a reasonably, like even slightly unreasonably wealthy person, even if you only had like $10 million or whatever, you could live on the interest of that forever.
Yeah.
Right? Like
You're
you're
set.
more than set for life if you make, I don't know, if you have a certain amount of money, right?
Well, let's even just look at what $1 million could get you.
Right.
So that's thousands. That's
Well,
millions.
and you looked it up, friggin'.
Point at 0.4% interest. That's $40,000 a year.
Yeah, exactly.
People live on less than that.
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
So
no.
if you had $10 million, that's $400,000.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like
in the
it's,
worst possible way.
Exactly. It's so much money, even with those lower numbers of $1 million or whatever.
Yeah.
That like it's not that big a deal. But and like somebody put it into perspective. It's like you have like a badass job. You make $10,000 an hour. You work 10 days a week or 10 hours every day
Yeah.
for 6 days a week, every week for like however many years. It'll take you so long to get to $1 million.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. It's like 6 years to get to $1 million.
Or something,
Right.
something easy.
And that's a super badass job. Like, healthcare, all of that stuff, all paid for. You don't pay for anything. All of that $10,000 an hour goes directly into your bank account, nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You don't spend any of it. You'll become a millionaire in the next like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, or something like that.
Same job, same premise, everything. It'll take you over 40 years to become a billionaire.
Yeah, or some ridiculous
Like,
shit like that.
It's an insane amount.
Yeah, because watch. We'll even do it right now. What'd you say, $10,000?
$10,000 an hour.
Okay, $10,000 an hour. So times, what, 10 hours a day?
Yeah, 10 hours a day.
10 hours a day. So that's $100,000 a day.
Yeah.
Times 6. So that's... I did plus 6. Times 6. So obviously that's $600,000 in a week.
Yep.
So now you're 600,000. So now if you want to go $1 million divided by 6,000. It's only 1.6. What was that? 'Cause that was like 1.6 months. Or
Yeah.
weeks.
Something. Like, it's not that much.
Yeah. But then if you go, I think 10,000 was a good exaggeration.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's so much money, and it's like
It's a lot longer.
it's like 40 years or something at like $10,000.
But like, let's go $100.
Exactly.
No, let's really spice it up. We're gonna go 500. You're just freaking balling.
Yeah, like I said, literally the most badass job to ever exist at $10,000 an hour.
Yep.
Will take you 41 years to accrue $1 billion.
Times 6, 30,000. Okay, that's in a week. So we'll times that by 4. So that's $120,000 a month. So now we do 1 million divided by 120,000. So it would take you 8.3 months to earn $1 million.
Yeah.
But if we add to $1 billion, it'll take you 8,333 months, which 8,333 divided by 12 is 694 years.
Yep.
So
Yep.
what took you less than a year to earn $1 million, it is going to take you almost 700 years
Yeah.
to get to
It's
$1 billion.
literally like, say you live to 100, it's gonna take you almost 7 times longer than your life to earn $1 billion.
Exactly.
Like,
It's
at
substantially
$500 an hour, that's like a really good job.
Yeah.
That is like a high-paying job.
You're getting $120,000 a month.
Yeah, that's $500 an hour.
Yeah.
Right? Fucking. At $10,000 an hour, it's 41 years to make $1 billion.
I think we just surprised that.
No, I'm pretty sure. Somebody else.
I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Fucking, but like, that's the thing. It's like, it's not 1,000. To make it in your lifetime,
God.
it would be like $10,000.
Here, watch. We could even just do that. What's $1 billion? Let's see. That's thousands, millions, billions, right? There's $1 billion. Divide that by 50. Let's say you want to make $1 billion in 50 years.
Yeah.
You would have to be making $20 million a year.
Yeah. Yeah. $20 million a year.
To get $1 billion in
What's
50.
20 million divided by 12?
Here was. Let's see.
Because that's 1 year, right?
Divided by 12. You have to be making $1.6 million every year. Every year.
Well, a month, right?
Oh, yeah, a month, yeah.
Yeah.
Every month you have to be making $1.6 million. For 50 years to get $1 billion.
Exactly. That's my point.
And
It's
people
like,
have done it in less time.
You have to make so much money. Like, that level of wealth hoarding is insane. It's not unreasonable to become a millionaire. It is unreasonable to become a billionaire.
Well, because let's see, how much does, let's see, how much is...
I actually don't know where this thing goes.
No.
How much
I have a bad idea. It probably-
Jeff Probst worth? What is Jeff? So his is $239.4 billion is his net worth. So if he were to liquidize everything, that's how much he would have. If he was just to cash out, basically.
Yeah,
That's how much he has. That's a fucking lot.
it is a lot.
So
And he's the
239.
wealthiest man on the planet right now because of his distreatment of his workers.
Yeah, really.
Literally, the people who work for him, who like rely off him for a stable income.
Okay, that's how much he's worth. $239 billion. We're going to divide that by 50 years. We're just going to say you have 50 years to make that much money. You have to make that much money every year, which is
$4,780,000,000 a year.
Yep. And then we're going to divide that.
Did you not trust my?
No, that's right. And then 12. Divide that by 12. So every month, you have to be earning $398 million.
A month.
A month. A month.
Um,
Divide that by, let's say 31. Let's give it the bigger number. 31 days. You have to be, every day you're making $12 million.
yeah.
Which
$12
is
million a day
a day.
to make what Jeff Bezos is worth.
Let's divide that by hours. Let's say you work 8 hours a day. That's $1.6 million an hour.
Yeah.
This is so
That's the problem. Is like to make it in your lifetime, you have to be making over $1 million an hour.
Yeah, in 50 years. It'll still take you 50 years.
Yeah.
At $1.6 million an hour. It'll take you 50 years to get to the amount of money that Jeff Bezos has right now.
That's an oak.
So, fucking good luck, I guess.
Right, exactly. And, like, so many people, like, want to push back on the fact that billionaires shouldn't exist. Not that rich people shouldn't exist, that billionaires shouldn't. And I almost guarantee you, if I ask Connor on whether or not he thinks billionaires should exist, he'll tell me yes.
Probably. Like, that they earned it.
Like, yeah, basically.
Let's see. So, he's got $234 billion, right? We're going to divide that by 350 million people. He could give every single human being in the United States $668. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Still though, holy shit.
Yeah, no, like... And that's my problem with billionaires being on the planet.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, like, that's a lot of money that's just not in the economy.
Exactly. And that's
obviously
why they're bad for the economy.
Yeah, and obviously, like, yes, I realize all of that money is, like, actually money, and some of it's just, like, numbers
it's
and
their net
stocks
worth or
and
whatever.
stuff.
But,
And,
like, that's
their
the thing.
boats and their stuff like that. Because technically their boats and their houses all add to that net worth.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, say we crash their stocks, right? Where they're gonna definitely have that money somehow, even though they shouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're gonna figure out something that will let them keep that ungodly amount of money. Like, and that's why it's a problem, too. Is because, like, even if we crash their stocks and make them worth nothing or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, like, theoretically, the American populace definitely could fucking do it. Like,
yeah, good try.
100% we could crash his Amazon stocks.
Well, if everybody just stopped using Amazon.
Exactly.
Just straight up. Which would be, obviously, hard to do.
Really difficult for literally everybody in the world to just stop using Amazon. But, like, if everybody did, Bezos would be obliterated. Except he definitely wouldn't because of some backdoor bullshittery.
Well, because he already owns, a bunch of stocks and other things, and he owns all of his physical assets,
like,
and he obviously has money. He has some money.
That's one thing I've always thought would be really funny. A reality show where all these people, like, friggin', especially people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, right? They fucking, all their money is stripped from them for like a month or something. They have to survive a month, right? And, like, fucking get back, like, just go work a 9 to 5 or whatever. That's what you get to do, right?
That's it.
They would break so fast.
A life is a 9 to 5, and that's all. And you have to afford everything.
Yeah, you have to afford your own New York apartment for a month or 2 months or whatever.
You're given an apartment that, like, you just have it under your lease or whatever, and you have to make the payments every month, or you have to make the payments. Yeah, I feel like it has to be like more than a month.
Yeah, it has to be for more than a month. But like
the point is, you have to live like that, like the average American for like so much time
for like a year or something, like fucking. Yeah. And they just have to try and survive like that for a certain amount of time. They would crack so fast. It's like they would give up so fast. Like even Connor was talking about it. He's like, yeah, there was this guy. He was like super rich guy. He does like content on like YouTube and like.
Oh yeah, I remember.
He did a series where he's like, yeah, so like I have a bunch of other stuff and that's why I'm rich. But like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. I'm gonna start over from literally nothing, and like seeing like how long it'll take me to get back to it. And he was homeless and like just totally fucked over, and like he's like, no, I can't do this.
Well, the problem I remember with his thing, which was super like not like legit at all, because the whole idea was that he couldn't have any help from people or whatever, like nobody could give him donations or whatever. But like literally, he was homeless for like at least a few days, and the only reason he got out of being homeless and actually managed to get a job was because somebody who knew of him and was doing he was doing the challenge gave him a place to stay for like a week or so.
Yeah.
And that allowed him to get a job, clean up, do all this other stuff. But it's literally like that hurdle is impossible for most people.
It's basically impossible to overcome unless you have like a fair amount of money.
And so it's like getting that, and so like he obviously didn't start from zero if he utilized someone who followed him.
Well, and he's just like, I'm gonna do it so I can like kind of prove that it's possible.
Yeah, I think it was like get to $1 million in a year. I think was the name of
Yeah.
the series. Was
And he, one, didn't do it. Two, gave up because it was so taxing and stressful.
Yeah, it was tough, man.
And, like, yeah, he's like, no, there's no fucking way that anybody could do this. Like, not under normal means like this.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. That's why it's such freaking crap.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's so.
That's why we need to eat the unreasonably wealthy.
Yeah, not just the regular wealthy.
The unreasonably wealthy.
Yeah, if you have $999 million,
You're
fine.
safe.
You're fine. Once you touch that billion, we're eating good tonight.
Yeah.
That's
And then, like, that's what people mean by eat the rich as well. And Connor doesn't understand that concept either.
yeah. Well, because I know a lot of times, like people when they hear like eat the rich or whatever, people think that we're talking about people who make like $200,000-$300,000 a year. No, I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who make that much money in a day.
Yeah.
No, that's the kind of rich we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like not the you have a
Or the
Hummer.
kind of rich where they got that way by the exploitation of others.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
certain unnamed CEO.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's not the
Like-
not the people who own Hummers and have a you know
Yeah,
a
it's
big
not
old
the
mansion.
people who can pay for a mansion and shit every year. It's the people who have, like,
who can pay for 20 mansions
yeah.
a month.
Well, and that's another thing I saw in this. I couldn't figure out where to use the Mars symbol.
Get
We just sat here and talked about billionaires for 30 minutes. Is basically what just happened. But it was like freaking. It wasn't. The whole point of that thing wasn't like, oh, it's not unreasonable to own a couple nice boats. It's not unreasonable to have nice things or a nice car or whatever or a
Yeah.
big mansion, right? It's unreasonable that one person can buy 10 mansions, each 5 times the size of an average mansion. Like these super mansions, when you can own 10 of them just off the cuff on a whim, you have too much money.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the people who have a private island, it's the people who buy a private island to explode it in the ocean. Like,
to blow it up.
exactly. It's not the people who have these nice things, it's the people who can buy the universe. That's the problem. And that's why we say eat the rich. It has nothing to do with actually, like, genuine, good, wealthy people. It's,
Yeah.
like, even, like, Bill Gates, like, I'm cool with him to some degree. Because he worked really fucking hard to get where he's at. And he still likes McDonald's or whatever. And, like, yeah, he is very good at saving money. And that's one of the big reasons he is a billionaire. Yes, he needs to be eaten because he's a billionaire. But, like, one of the main reasons
We
he's
still
a
gotta
billionaire is
consume.
he worked so fucking hard for it, right?
So,
Whereas Bezos is like, nah, it's fine. I'll use my small loan of $1 million. Which is a quote that has always pissed me off. Like, that's not a small loan.
I
Freaking,
think
that
that
is
was- I think-
crippling debt. What are you talking about?
I think that was Trump that said that one.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Trump. He got a small loan of $1 million from his father, and that's why he is so successful now. Is because he got a small loan of $1 million to get a fucking thing off the ground.
But also, when he
Right.
got that $1 million, you know how much that $1 million was worth?
Like $4 billion or whatever in
It was
today
some
money or some
crazy-
shit.
It was
Like
so much money.
freaking.
It was ridiculous amount.
Well, I'm just gonna assume it was in the 90s and just 1990.
You just look up how old Trump is.
That's fair. Trump age. It didn't even fucking age. 78.
Okay, he's 78. So let's assume that when he received his loan, he was 30 years old. Let's be generous and give him that much.
Yeah.
So that was what fucking Matt? That was like 28 years ago. That was almost right? No.
Money conversion.
Wait, because he's 78.
Let's see.
So minus 30. That's 48 years ago. So 48 years ago.
USD.
So whatever 2025 minus 48 is. Let's all look it up. 2025 minus
I'm trying to find a conversion for
48. So it's 1977. Let's assume he received his money in 1977.
time converter. Inflation calculator.
Yeah, it's inflation. So 1977.
1977.
Let's just go with that.
It's not 77.
Oh, yeah, that was very much more.
To 2024. 5.
Yeah, we'll just go 2025. Doesn't matter.
We have stuff for 20.
What is $1 million?
Oh, right. Here, one. That is 1,000. That's. what's $1 million?
What's $1 million worth in 19?
Calculate. $5 billion today.
Yep. So 1977, that'd be $5 billion. You're welcome.
So he got a small loan of $5 billion to get a small startup off the ground. Where it's like you go to a bank and ask for a business loan, the most you're gonna get is like 25 grand. Like the most, absolute maximum, and that's if your credit is literally maxed out at 1,000 or 800 or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Like a perfect credit, freaking perfect history, great collateral, can pay it back within 2 years.
Yeah, whatever.
Shit, right? Fucking 2,500.
Okay, you'll probably get more than that. But the point is,
like 25,000.
you're not gonna get anywhere near even.
Like that's the thing. You're not even gonna get like a quarter of what he got.
You're not even gonna get anywhere close to $1 million.
Yeah, like $1 million is so much for just a basic company startup thing.
Oh yeah.
Like so much. That is so much money.
It's so
I don't think I could even imagine that much money. Like
it's way too much.
yeah.
But anyways, now that our rant's over,
Yeah.
if you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing.
Definitely go check out our other content. Maybe our next episode won't be so focused on billionaires and eating people.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So peace out.
Bye bye.